Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Yeager. This is my very first ever session, and what I want to be talking about is the challenges in the workforce. We all have challenges, and after the last 20 years of being in the working environment, I have seen a lot of challenges and want to start talking about them because I'm sure everybody has the same issues as I have had. A little bit about myself. I have been a nurse for 20 years. In the last 10 years, I've been on the management side in healthcare. Most of my examples are going to be healthcare related since that is what I know. But these challenges are everywhere, and they are probably the same in all industries and not just the healthcare industry. I do want to stress that I will not be talking about my current employer, good or bad, due to obvious reasons. I have done a lot of research related to employee engagement, and many people do know that if you focus on the employees, that your productivity will increase, your quality will improve, absenteeism will go down. It's all in the research, and many people know that. And in fact, I did my own correlation analysis on that very thing, just to have proof on our side of my data, and again, it's healthcare related, but we looked at employee engagement and physician engagement, and as that improved, our patient satisfaction improved, our culture of safety improved, and in turn, our financials improved. This is not some research that you need to really have. This is common sense. Most people know that they need to focus on the employees, but they do it in the wrong way. They don't really find out why the employees are unhappy or what would make them happy. That's the thing that they're lacking. These leaders are lacking really understanding why. They might do 1 week or 2 weeks a year, do something spectacular for the employee. They might give them a little raise and say, see, we're doing things for the employees, so they should be happy. No, maybe that's not what they want. Maybe they want to be recognized. Maybe they just want to get more work and feel like they have a future at the company and maybe a promotion. That's what people want. They have pride in their job. I don't care where you work or what you do for a living. You have pride in your work. And that's what people want to do, is feel that recognition. One time I did an employee engagement process improvement team, if you will, and one of the employees said, all I want is a thank you. I was shocked that that's all that we need to keep in mind, be cognizant. And as what people are talking about, turnover rate, employee retention, these are things that leaders need to think about, especially when they're trying to focus on the employee. But just remember, 51% of the population is not happy, and they are all looking for a new job. And they don't, trust me, it's a grueling process. And we'll get into that next time about the application process, and the search process for finding a new job. It's grueling. Nobody wants to do it. So why they want to stay in their place of employment. So why not focus on the employee and do it the right way? Find out what they want and give them the autonomy and the freedom to do more work if they want. I've been in places where I wanted to do another project and they refused to let me, or whatever the reason is, whether they don't trust me to do the project or they don't think I have the skill set. Well, if someone's begging for more work and wanting to do more things, why not let them try? If they fail, then you have a reason to say no. But let the employee feel like they have some value and some input into the organization, and that's going to make them feel happy. I read this book once. I forget the name. I think it's called Change the Culture, Change the Game, I believe it's called. And in it was saying that the CEO said, I want your suggestions. And he had these suggestion cards, and I've seen this happen in real time as well, in my past, where he wants the suggestions, but every suggestion that came to him, he disregarded, whether it's not feasible or, yeah, okay, we're not doing that, or whatever the reason is, he he didn't do it, but he didn't give any feedback either. So what the employees thought was, okay, he's not really listening to me, so I'm going to so they stopped giving him suggestions. And that's what people do. They, especially on these like yearly surveys that healthcare does, I'm sure other people do it as well, but they have these annual surveys and people will fill them out. And one time I was in my previous employment, I would say, you need to fill it out. We need to hear your voice. And the one thing that I constantly heard about these surveys is, what's the point? They never do anything about them anyway. So these are some things that I want you to take in, some thoughts as leaders, as an employees even if you're not a leader. So maybe voice to your employer what you did when he came in was sit all of us down one by one, not only get to know us, but find out what our goals are in life or for our future, so he can help us get those goals. That was one of the best bosses I've ever had, and I have reflected on that, and me as a leader now will continue to use that approach, because I felt very valued when he did that, and I felt like he was willing to help grow my career, and that he was not going to prevent me from having a career advancement or so forth. I've had other leaders in the past that have blocked me from getting promotions and things. And what did I do? Start looking for a new job. Again, that will be a different podcast on the application process in itself. But these are some thoughts I would like to leave you with in the first my first session ever. And I would like to know your thoughts and maybe some of your experiences. Again, I'd like to stress that I will not talk good or bad about my current employer due to obvious reasons again. But I enjoyed your time, and I look forward to speaking with you next time. Thank you, and have a good night.